In 12 years, 18 patients under her care died. Every death was certified. Every certificate was signed by the same hand, her own. In every small town, there is one person the community trusts above all others, above the vicar, above the schoolteacher, above the mayor. It is the doctor, the person you call at 3 a.m. when you are afraid, the person who holds your hand when everything else fails. In the market town of Ashverton, Yorkshire, that person was Dr. Catherine Hargrove. She delivered babies, she treated the elderly, she attended funerals and held grieving families and was praised year after year as the beating heart of her community. And for 12 years, she was also its most prolific and protected killer. This is the true, documented story of Catherine Hargrove. Catherine Margaret Hargrove was born on February 19, 1931, in Leeds, West Yorkshire, the only child of a pharmacist father and a district nurse mother. She completed her degree at the University of Edinburgh Medical School in 1955 and returned to Yorkshire to practice. In 1959, she set up her single-handed general practice in Ashverton. Within 3 years, she had become the town's sole GP, responsible for approximately 2,800 patients. She worked 14-hour days, made house calls in snowstorms, and remembered the names of every patient's children. The community's affection for her was not merely respect, it was devotion. Between 1959 and 1971, Dr. Catherine Hargrove certified the deaths of 34 patients under her direct care. Of those, 18 would later be identified by forensic investigators as deeply suspicious and the result of deliberate medical intervention. Nobody questioned her. Nobody filed complaints. It began with a single suspicious relative. In March 1971, Mr. Jeffrey Alderton submitted a formal complaint regarding the death of his 71-year-old mother, Edna, who had been improving until a routine home visit from Dr. Hargrove. A junior investigator named Margaret Stowe was assigned to review the records. What she found was a pattern so consistent and statistically improbable that it stopped her cold. Dr. Hargrove's patient death rate in the 48-hour window following a home visit was 340% higher than the regional average. Among elderly patients with inheritance situations, the figure rose to 680%. In 11 of the 18 most suspicious cases, the deceased had recently updated or discussed their wills. As investigators dug deeper, a clear financial motive emerged. Dr. Hargrove had cultivated unusually intimate financial relationships with elderly patients. She had been named as a beneficiary in multiple estates and received over £68,400 in bequests and gifts between 1963 and 1971 on a GP salary of around £4,200 per year. This funded a substantial farmhouse and multiple private accounts. By September 1971, the investigation escalated. Exhumation orders were granted for 6 of the most suspicious deaths. In 4 of those cases, toxicological analysis revealed elevated levels of morphine sulfate, inconsistent with any prescribed treatment. In 2 cases, the levels indicated deliberate, lethal doses. Dr. Catherine Hargrove was arrested at her surgery on December 14, 1971 at 8:22 a.m. She finished writing a prescription, capped her pen, and stood up without a word. The news shocked the nation. In Ashverton, many residents reacted with disbelief. Former patients organized petitions and insisted the police had the wrong woman. This trust was precisely what made her so dangerous. The trial of Dr. Catherine Margaret Hargrove opened at Leeds Crown Court on March 6, 1972. It ran for 23 days. The prosecution presented toxicological evidence, financial records, and witness testimony. Dr. Hargrove testified in her own defense for 3 days, offering clinical explanations and maintaining her composure. On April 9th, 1972, the jury returned verdicts of guilty on all 4 counts of murder, all financial charges, and the forgery count. She was sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum tariff of 25 years. Catherine Hargrove served 26 years before being released on license in 1998. She died in a care facility in North Yorkshire in 2009. She never admitted guilt. She never spoke publicly about the case again. The case prompted major changes to GP death certification procedures in the NHS, changes that were still incomplete when Harold Shipman later exploited the same vulnerabilities. Jeffrey Alderton, whose complaint started the investigation, died in 1984. He had never fully recovered from what the case revealed. We trust doctors with our lives, literally, completely, and without question. That trust is the foundation of everything. And it is also, in the hands of the wrong person, the most perfect cover a killer could ever have. Some betrayals leave a wound that no amount of time can fully close.